Hello guys, welcome to the Southbaygamers Battle Report. Today we have the Orks going against the Steel Legion. In this Orks detachment I have a battalion and an outrider. In the battalion I have leading the charge Ghazghkull Thraka. Yes, that's not the model, but it's close enough. He's still a war boss in Mega Armor, so his warlord trait will be the 6 of Feel No Pain. Other than that you can't really give him any upgrades, so that's him. Next to him, this is going to be a little bit of proxy. Sorry, I'm going to have a little bit of proxy, so do be nice about that. I'm trying some new things out. Hopefully we'll eventually get the actual model, but right here is a Big Mech on a bike with a custom force field. Just simply to get that...
Well, he's still on a bike. I mean, yeah. It's not that horrible a proxy.
Yeah, and then we got in the 2 troop slots, 2 big boy squads. They're all exactly the same. It's usually how I kit them out, except this time...
Both these two?
Him, yeah, 2. These 2 are going to be my troop choices, and then there's going to be one other troop choice. But right here, they're 3 rockets, and then 30 boys, all with shooters, and the knob has a power claw and a combi scorcher. Exactly the same in that squad. So 2 exactly the same squads. And then my last troop choice is just, sorry, they're the old Ork models.
Look at these glorious
I'm using this
silver
Gretchen.
bastards.
Yeah, they're going to be 10 Gretchen, and there's going to be a runt herd right behind them just to keep them in line.
These are actually my favorite old Ork models from old 2nd edition. I absolutely love them. I love their old paper banners. I love the old paper banners. They're so good.
No disrespect to them, because I know I'm running them as Gretchen, but you know, I love the models too. I just haven't had a chance to paint them up. And then still in the battalion attachment is a unit of flash kits. I love the flash kits.
Good old flash kits.
And they're going to be riding in a truck with a rocket, and there are 4 ammo runts, I believe I gave. Not modeled there, because they don't have those little tiny models, but 4 ammo runts and the flash kits. And then I have an outrider detachment, giving it an extra command point. In the outrider detachment, oh, I guess I forgot to mention that this is Battle Wagon with the super cannon and 4 rockets. It's a big deal. And a death roller.
That's a lot of decker.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Can never have enough.
So inside the Battle Wagon will be the Mega Knobs.
It is glorious.
Because it only has 6.
Look at this.
Not 6.
It's scratch built, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's not.
Look at it.
Unfortunately, I can't take credit for it.
You didn't build it, but it's certainly.
I bought it, so it's an important thing. It's mine.
Pretty friggin' awesome.
I love that thing.
I'm just gonna say.
So it only has a transport capacity of 6 now. So the 3 Mega Knobs will be going in all with combi scorchers and power claws. They're part of the outrider detachment. And there's a pain boy as another elite slot. Little pain boy going to be following the boy squads around, and then a unit of 9 tank clusters with the knob in a truck with a rocket.
And did you say?
I'm going to. Yeah, he's the HQ leading the outrider. He's a big mech with a shock attack gun. And that is my 2,000 points. 2,002 points.
Excellent. And that is going to be a pretty amazing match. Ghazghkull Thraka versus Yarrick. Fantastic.
Good.
Ready? Alright. Welcome to the Steel Legion, plus Mordian Guard Auxilia there. This is going to be a grudge match for the century. Yarrick versus Ghazghkull Thraka. So today, the Imperial Guard will be fielding, as is appropriate for Steel Legion. These are my own particular brand of Steel Legion. They've been they were Cadians, and I've re-sculpted them. I mean, yes, re-sculpted them. So their helmets and their shoulder pads have been sculpted down, so they look a little bit more like Steel Legion. We have some interesting variations today. I know there's been a lot of debate online as to whether the Chimeras are any particular good these days. Transports in general, there's been a lot of 8th ed debate. These are some specifically different Chimeras. These are Death Corps of Krieg Chimeras. Now, these models are not. So yes, there's going to be a little bit of repping today, hopefully unnoticeable repping.
Same with me, so it's okay.
Yeah. So our apologies, our sincerest and official apologies to all people who will be offended by that.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm going to be proxying quite a bit too. I'm trying some new stuff out.
So the Death Corps of Krieg Chimeras are rather specific. They are very expensive, and yes, I've kind of vamped them up by giving them heavy flamers. But I think the heavy flamers are also particularly useful. They have heavy flamers and storm bolters, but the other thing that they also have, which is really nice, is autocannon turrets. Now, yes, regular chimeras, multi-lasers. But let's, for the sake of today, pretend that this particular Steel Legion regiment uses a an in-between variation of the multi-laser and las cannon, so it's functionally the same as an autocannon. There we go. And we have 5 of those, but the really important thing is that there's a 10-point upgrade for these, which means that strength 4 or lower attacks against them, they get an extra armor save. So they'll have a 2+ save generally against anything that is strength 4 or lower, whether that's firing or whether that's in close combat.
That's
so
really
we're going to be testing, or I'm going to be testing Chimera shielding tactics today, hopefully, and we'll see, the battlefield permitting. Now we have 5 regular squads in front. The banners are just decoration today, fellows. Now they will be led by a senior officer there, and another senior officer over here, and a junior officer there, just to give them enough orders for their group. We also have Pask up the back here, of course. It was very tempting to maybe try and take a Death Corps of Krieg commander, but at the same time I was having difficulty giving it the special rule as well. But a lot of their tanks do in fact have that special rule that makes them almost immune to small arms fire. Pask today will be taking a regular battle cannon with 2 multi-melters and a las cannon. He's going anti-tank today as much as he possibly can. We also have the Manticore up the back, the obligatory 3 Wyverns,
Oh God.
and 3 Scout Sentinels, area denial. One of them looks like he has a las cannon, I just didn't have an extra multi-laser. So they all have 3 multi-lasers today. And we have 30 conscripts. Yes, I caved in and I'm using conscripts, as tends to be the particularly useful guard unit these days, and they are going to be the Mordian Iron Guard, led by their own platoon commander there. So just an order for them, entirely just for them. Very cool. And of course, we have Commissar Yarrick. Just finished painting him up last night. Had him for years, probably a good 15 years. Finally decided to paint him up last night for the battlefield. And my beloved Commissar Regina Lou, their regular Commissar, and Lord Commissar Yarrick, of course. That is going to be 2,000 points of Steel Legion with Mordian Guard Conscript Auxilia. Let's see how well... Oh, the other thing, they've all got grenade launchers. They look like, they have Voxes, but they're not functional today.
So in the infantry squads, they just have grenade launchers, and that's the only thing special?
Yep, they've just got grenade launchers today.
Gotcha.
That's because the Chimeras are so damnably expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
But hopefully, we'll see that the Chimeras offer the support that I want them to offer. So that is 2,000 points of Steel Legion.
Oh, and also his warlord trait is the Tenacious Fighter, or whatever it is. The 6 of Feel No Pain, so that'll be useful on Commissar Yarrick.
Just making him extra unkillable.
Yep, pretty much. Here is a shot of the deployment. We are playing the mission Deadlock, and we're playing Search and Destroy, which we rolled off for. It quite clearly states that in the rules that you're supposed to roll off for it. So we did, and we got Search and Destroy. This is a new type of deployment. I've never played this before.
Yeah, that's a really important note too, because a bunch of battles that I have played, people have thought to choose the deployment zone as part of the package of going first, or not going first, you know, that initial package, so to speak.
I think that's way too powerful. It's way too powerful.
You have to randomly select deployment zones. That's
I'm glad that's not actually the rule. Either way, here's the 6 objectives. There's 4 right there, 3 right there, 1 right up the middle, right near this statue. Nice little statue. Number 5 over here, 2 right in front of these chimeras, and then 1 right on the butt of that chimera right
6
there.
is underneath
6.
the chimera with the flag.
Cool. And yeah, that is the deployment.
Alright.
So the Orks deployed force, meaning they choose to go first, unless the Steel Legion can seize on a 6. Go ahead.
Alright, here we go. Seizing initiative. Come on, Yarrick, you brilliant man.
Oh my god! What I knew was going to happen.
I didn't even use a command point.
Damn it. Steel Legion turn 1. Steel Legion turn 1 movement. And here are the objectives he drew.
Secure objective 2, that's going to be pretty easy. I'm already sitting on that one.
Yeah, it's literally right there.
Right there. That's going to be an easy one. And then secure objective 3, I should have had a sentinel over here. I knew I should have had a sentinel over here to just leg it, chicken walk over to objective 3. But as it is, I bailed out my squad here, shielded them with the conscripts, of course, and drove this mother forwards so it could take objective 3. It's tough. By itself, it should be okay. If not, then objective 6. Again,
how's that?
already sitting on that. So those are 3 given, done. Big Game Hunter. Kill something with 10 wounds or more. Okay.
Trucks.
So I'm going to try. I didn't think I was going to get this one, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to pask. That's a verb. I'm going to pask at that one over there.
It's probably dead.
At that truck. I'm also going to shoot the autocannons because they can double up. That's the really good thing about having autocannons on Chimeras.
It's true.
Secure and defend objective 5.
That is right where those Orks are. So he's going to get that for a little bit. And to mention this, he did draw, I think it was advanced, which is impossible. He's not
I replaced this. I got advanced, which was clear my deployment zone, and any Imperial Guards.
2 command points to get rid of advanced in order to get. He redrew and got that one. So
ridiculous objective.
So he has those 6, and that is movement. Let's go on to a very important shooting phase for Steel Legion turn 1.
Let's see how this goes.
Steel Legion, end of turn 1.
All right. Well, I secured objective 2, 3, and 6 as I expected. But I also did get Big Game Hunter. This was because Pask opened fire on one of the trucks that was over there. Didn't actually do that deal of damage. Their ramshackle rule came into effect. My dear opponent here has been rolling a lot of 6s, even when he didn't want to roll a lot of 6s.
We'll explain why.
We'll explain why in a second. And so the Pask opened fire. The Chimera's autocannons also opened fire. Storm bolter shots, just barely making it in there.
Sentinels did a couple wounds.
Sentinels was just dackering there. But what finished off the truck was 1 missile from the Manticore. Thanks to Yarrick here, it did a considerable number of hits and shredded the remainder of that truck and a couple of flash kits. In the process of that, it exploded.
And I used a command point to reroll it and roll another 6.
Still exploded. It was fated to explode. So the flash kits lost a couple of guys. There was some mortal wounds caused there. Not that bad.
Not that bad. It was just funny.
It was funny.
Still explode.
But his string of rolling 6s came into effect still again when my Wyverns opened up on these mob of yellow boys in here.
Yeah,
I think yellow, isn't yellow the lucky colour for Orks?
Of course.
Yeah, well that would make sense because they rolled many 6s to save against the Wyverns' fire. So that's a thing.
That was on their Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
I actually passed more Feel No Pains than I think I did the Invones because I'm within 9 inches of the custom force.
So we've got some morale. Some of these Chimeras opened fire and did some shooty to the silver boys up on the hill there, the Gretchens. So we've got some morale, I suppose. They're probably not going to...
No, they're leadership 22. I lost 8. There's 30 in there. So I'll be leadership 22 because that's how Mob War works.
Okay.
So even on a 6, I'll be good.
Never mind then. My dreams of breaking them in morale
Maybe
have
on the
evaporated.
Gretchen, I'll double check that. We'll come back to you. But yeah, I forgot. I lost 2 Gretchen. That was from fire over here. I'm not sure. This is probably some of the Chimeras, autocannons. I lost 2 in total. So regardless, there's a run herd there. So worst comes to worst, I'll lose a couple Gretchen. Not a big deal. But we will update you on that on my turn.
Yeah. But it seems like secure objective 2, 3, 6, Big Game Hunter, and First Blood. 5
Yep, you got 5 points. Pretty good turn.
1.
Cool. On to Orks, turn 1. Orks, turn 1. This is what I drew. Defend objective 1. Defend objective 4. Area denial. Objective 6. Secure objective 6. Secure objective 3. Secure objective 5. 5 is right here. 3 is over there, which I already have because I have 2 boys. Or 3 boys within range of that, so I'll get that because I have more models within the center. Defend objective 4 is over here. Defend objective 1 is up there, so I'll need to keep a boy squad up there for 2 turns. That boy just barely got in range of 3 inches, and then kind of wrapped around this big mountain. Objective 5, I don't know if I mentioned that already, but it's over here. And aerial denial, so we already measured it out. There's a little point over here that's the center. That's a little small little mound right there. Yeah, that. So the only thing within 12 inches is this Chimera. So if I do kill it, I will get D3 victory points for that. The Gretchen came around along with the run herd. Everything that could advance did, except the vehicles, because I want to shoot them and the flash kits.
And your string of 6s continued with your advance.
They did. So
it's maybe just as well. Otherwise, you would not have been able to take 3.
It's true. Yeah, that 6 really helped, and they're going to be within 6 inches, so I can charge because of Ghazghkull. He's so good. Either way, that is my turn. Let's go on to shooting and assault for Orks turn 1. And of Orks turn 1, not a bad turn overall. Tank blesses again performed pretty well.
Yeah, they did really well.
They did in total maybe like 6 wounds to it.
No, they did 9. They did 9 wounds to it. And they would have killed it, but I used a command point and it actually paid off.
Yep, it did.
It's good when that happens.
Yep, and let's see. So I will score objective 5. I will score objective 3 because I have more models within 3 inches, obviously.
So that's 1.
I'll get those 2. I will hopefully get defend objective 4, and if defend objective 1, we'll see.
That'll be next turn.
That'll be next
You
turn.
almost definitely get 4, I think.
Yeah, 4, yeah.
Unless I really want to get
1 is up in the air. And then I will get area denial. I did not kill.
1 point for area
I'll get 1 point. I did not kill the Chimera. I shot him with everything I could and charged him. That 2 up
pretty well,
save.
considering.
Yeah, I did. He has 2 wounds left. That's from all the
It was clever
attacks.
use of a command point, made sure that you took off a few extra wounds there as well.
I wanted to. Shock attack gun shot into Wyvern with -5. Did I think 3 wounds? 3 wounds.
3 wounds, yeah.
Yeah, 3 wounds in total.
A few wounds scant on another Chimera in there.
Random shots.
Other than that, so that's 3 points.
Yep, 3 points. I can't complain.
Not bad.
And I might dump one of them. Probably objective 6. We'll see.
you'd get rid of
I'll think about that. But it'll be on to Steel Legion turn 2. Steel Legion turn 2.
Alright, well, what I drew this turn was a little less forgiving than last turn. Behind enemy lines, well, thanks. A Kingslayer and Assassinate. Look, if I can achieve both of these on Ghazghkull, I mean, it's pretty obvious Yarrick is after Ghazghkull's head, as usual. Definite kill character, Kingslayer, and if I can kill him, that's also Slay the Warlord. That'd be 3.
5 points.
That'd be great.
D3 plus
That's worth
1
hanging
plus...
on to for the end of the battlefield. You know, I think if I can do it, I can do it. I mean, maybe he's probably very hard to kill, I'm sure. Secure objective 5, still got that one. Discarded defend objective 5, because even if I secure it, I'm going to get defended. Probably not going to get it until 2, 4, or 5 anyway. And secure objective 2. That's easy. My Sentinel is footing that one. So, I've decided to just...
Objective 5's over there.
Yeah, it's Lasgun. It's the Lasgun turn.
Oh God.
So I've bailed all my guys out, put them in various little shield formations to try and protect them as best as I possibly can. 1, 2, 3. However, the conscripts are going to try and deny the defend of that, and they're going to try and move. Well, they will. They'll get up there and swarm that thing.
What does move do?
It means that they move and advance in the shooting phase. So they get to go.
So they get an extra movement?
Yeah. They don't shoot though. They can't shoot, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. So
Damn.
that's what they're going to do, yeah, they're going to have to conga line a little bit, but that's fine. They just need to get up there and swarm it.
Yep.
These guys, of course, are therefore not going to get shot at by them, but over the other side, I've bailed out one squad. Got one of my commanders inspecting the door of this facility and
That's cool.
trading up her commands to the squad up above. And we have these 2 chimeras who have advanced and are going to basically try and support the conscripts. This squad, Banner squad, is going to try and support. There's still a squad in here, and they're all going to try and... The small arms fire is going to try and whittle down the red orcs. The larger weapons are going to try and kill it. Tank busters.
Yeah.
They're bugging me. Damn boys. And Pask is weakened, but whatever he shoots at, you know, Yarrick is going to help him do that.
That's true.
So,
yeah. On to
That's that.
Steel Legion turn 2 shooting. End of Steel Legion turn 2.
Alright. I will get Secure Objective 2. That's it. Because Secure Objective 5, I'm on my way. That's a bit tough and... Damn it. So, anyway. Quite a devastating turn. Knowing that I could only secure an easy Objective 2, I unloaded on everything I could. The yellow squad is down to 2, minus its boss. A few wounds scattered, another missile landing in here into the truck, into the battle wagon. Obviously rushed up here to mob the top of the this fortification here. A fair bit of damage to the red squad from the final Wyvern, which managed to roll 21 for its number of hits, which was absolutely amazing, considering usually I don't roll nearly that high. And on the other side, autocannons and multi-laser, of all things from a Sentinel, was able to pop a truck. Once it popped, its contents, its rocket boys, were killed by the Wyverns. That was really fortuitous.
That was huge.
That
I failed
could've-
all three of my saves. Even with a command point, I still failed it. I mean, I know it was 4 up, but that was a big deal
That
because I
was-
knew
that
once
was-
they were out, 3 fucking wyverns staring at them, no, there's
It
no
was
chance of
lucky.
living.
That was lucky. It really was.
that
I've
hurt
had
a lot.
things whiff. That was really lucky.
In total, I think he did 5 wounds to this because it had no. He did like 8 wounds. It had 14, so it has 6 left.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What was that with? I think
This
that
is
was
not
with,
looking
yeah.
good.
The Pask managed, even in his weakened state, was able to fire a shot and took some off. And I think some autocannons managed to actually. I did really well, even though I moved. I kept rolling 5s. Both the autocannons over this side all hit, all wound. Well, not quite all wound, I think actually, but they did a lot of damage. And that's it, despite the fact that my conscripts, they move. No shooting, they're just mobbing to prevent victory points.
Cool. So you scored 2, and you want to dump anything?
I will probably dump... I can probably get that one in turn 4. That's going to be tough, but doable. If I do get rid of anything, it'll probably be one of these.
Okay, which one?
I don't know, maybe... probably Kingslayer. But it's D3 victory points. It's tough. I won't get rid of any right now, I think.
Okay.
Do I have to get rid of it right now?
At the end of your turn, yeah.
Is it the end of my turn? Okay. Behind enemy lines is just D3 if I got 3 units. Yeah, I'll get rid of behind enemy lines.
Okay. So he'll score a point this turn. He has 6. I'll have 3 onto Ork's turn. So obviously I needed to take morale. I forgot to mention that, and the only reason I passed because I was within 6 inches of Ghazghkull, allowing me to break heads. So I lost 1 boy from here, 2 boys from here. Not that it really matters because I really only have 2 guys left in this squad: a rocket and a regular shooter boy.
It might
Knob
also-
took some wounds.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was just saying, it might also be worth noting that the reason why the artillery's been so effective is...
Well, yeah.
I mean, against Orks, that reroll hit, sitting near artillery...
Well, I could have told you that, man.
Well, you know,
Duh. I knew that. Yeah, that's that. Just a little bit of bookkeeping. I did use a command point, if I mentioned, on one of the rerolls on the truck, so I'm down to 3. I also used some command points earlier last turn in order to reroll. I think it was a super cannon, and he did 2. Oh, I think it was some last cannons, or not sure what it was. Either way, that's the turn. Let's go on to Ork's turn. Ork's turn 2, I had to defend Objective 1 from last turn, and the reason why I didn't score it is because he got a bunch of his guardsmen, his conscripts up there.
Mordian Iron Guard denied you your prize.
And then I drew Kingslayer, Hold the Line, Big Game Hunter, and Behind Enemy Lines. So I probably won't score Behind Enemy Lines this turn. No. No, not necessarily. Unless I kill a lot of stuff and maybe in the charge phase. Either way, Kingslayer is going to be Commissar Yarrick. Hold the Line I will get because this big mech with shock attack guns there, this big mech with the custom force fields there,
You've got exactly
and this
3
run herd
guys.
is within the grots are not, but I already have 3, so it's good there.
This is all you need.
Krashkits didn't move. Boys moved up. They didn't advance. The Pain Boy and the War Boss, or sorry, Ghazghkull. Whoops, my mistake. Advanced. This boy squad just stayed there. Just I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe shoot at some stuff.
He's gonna deck up and then he's gonna crump.
Hopefully. Grots just moved within this objective. Run herd moved right behind. Big Mech moved, like I said, over there. He didn't move, and that was my turn. Battle Wagon moved up, just barely within
Still got
range.
his missile
8
lodged
inches.
squarely in its
Oh, yeah.
guts. Blink.
So that is movement phase. Let's go on to shooting and assault phase for Ork's turn 2. End of Ork's turn 2. I will score Big Game Hunter and Hold the Line. And I'll probably dump Kingslayer. I won't get anything else. I killed the Chimera right there. That was via the Battle Wagon. It then charged into the Guardsman. The rockets shot into the Chimera, killed it, and then the Super Cannon shot into here, and he just barely passed his save. He had to use command point
Yeah,
to
just
keep it
command
alive,
point.
but he
Again,
did.
good command point. It worked. Thank goodness.
And then killed a couple of guardsmen. They lost one via morale because of the Commissar, sorry. And the boys charged in, killed about, including the Pain Boy, maybe like
killed a
15 conscripts, but then they will only lose one via morale from the Commissar. Ghazghkull didn't do anything because he couldn't get into combat. The Flash gets shot and killed 8 guardsmen over here. They died because of morale because there was no Commissar nearby.
Absolutely lit up this entire area. All of them dead, and morale killed the last 2.
Yeah. And then some Scorches. I think I only killed like 2 in total into them. Pretty bad rolls all around. And that was my turn. I will, like I said, score Big Game Hunter and hold the line. Dump Kingslayer, so I'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 points onto Steel Legion turn 3. Steel Legion turn 3.
Alright, so still have Assassinate and Kingslayer, but then I think Yarrick really wants to kill that filthy Xenos scum. We have Secure Objective 5. I will get that this turn. I knew I was going to get it eventually by just marching a mob forward and conga lining it so the officers get in there. I'm going to have to shoot as much as I possibly can out of the flash kits. And overwhelming firepower, good draw. In order to get... All I have to do in order to get D3 is to kill 3 units, and that should not be that hard. That's at least 1. I think I can probably kill them.
Talking about they're gonna tank it all. Those 2 guys, they got it.
Do it. You've got nothing on us. Okay, so other than that, my conscripts fell backwards. I mean, I could have fixed bayonets. It might have been more appropriate, maybe, to fix bayonets. Not tactically. No, just thematically. No, they would have died if they did that. But I need to clear that off because they're going to run back. Orks up here probably have an X on that marked on their map, so that on the artillery's map, so that they can just annihilate the entire top of that. See you in the Emperor's right hand, statue man, and just pushing forward, hoping that I can. I'm hoping I can crack this open. What's inside? It's probably going to hurt me pretty bad next turn. But, yeah, that's right. That's what you get. That's why I'm still kind of shield squad tacticking here. Tacticking, that's a word. Yes, I speak English. Yarrick still, he moved a little bit so that this sentinel gets its reroll, but that's pretty much the same. So, shooting, moved forward aggressively there, well, as aggressive as Guard ever get. Basically, the area was fairly open, so I walked forwards. That's about as aggressive as Guard get. And here's just hoping that I can hold and do a lot of damage here. I can hold, but it's the damage I need to do. Let's go to shooting, see what happens.
And of Steel Legion turn 3, as you can see, lots of stuff dead.
A devastating turn on behalf of the Steel Legion. Where to begin? I knew I had to kill 3 units, and I did. I finished... It took a lot of firepower, actually, to get those guys off the hill. Like, a lot of units shot up at them. Basically, almost all of the guard squads, the Chimera, were, like, shooting up at them. Flash Gits, they died from a Chimera... Well, the closest Chimera to them, Flash Gits, were where those green dice were. That squad, one of the guys is lying down on the job for some reason. And the other Chimera closest. The other one shot up at the hill. The rest fired up and killed, and etc. Pask didn't fire. I thought he had line of sight. He does not have line of sight, so he can't fire up at them. But everything else died. This battle wagon died to Manticore.
Got 2 wounds and got 2 D3.
Yeah, I rolled 3, so I got
so
really lucky on that one. I mean,
sucked.
Pask would have probably added in his firepower as he was wasted, really. But and then the Wyverns finished off the contents, along with the 2 Chimeras. So everything
I
worked
rolled
out.
pretty badly on my saves.
Yes, you did.
But it's,
That's where all the 1s are.
Yeah.
Well, you got lots of 6s. On
my
the
6s are followed by 1s.
Alright, so I definitely got overwhelming firepower D3. Every time I roll D3s. Although I think I can use a command point for this.
Yeah.
2. No, I'm going to take that. Okay, so that's 2 for that. And secure objective 5, which I swarmed.
I got that.
Still don't have Assassinate or Kingslayer, but...
Alright, on to Orks turn 3. It's probably going to be a concede after this turn. We'll see. Depends what I draw, I guess.
You got a lot of
So, we'll see.
points. You're still
I think you might be ahead now. We'll see. We'll check. End of Orks turn 3. We did a whole turn recap. I had defend objective 1 and behind any lines from last turn. Drew secure objective 1 and objective 5. Objective 5 is right there, which I charged, shot and charged with Big Mac with custom force field.
And
wasn't doing anything. Yeah. And then the Big Mac. You're talking about him?
Yeah.
He shot into the camera. He didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Then over here, Ghazghkull was just barely still within 3 inches, even though I charged. Killed like 4 conscripts in total from that melee, and he only lost 1 from assault. So there's that. Well, at least scored objective 1. Did some shots over there. Lost 1 via morale.
Yeah, the Gretchen's tried to assault, but
I should have charged in Ghazghkull, but I didn't realize he was going to be within 3. He would have tanked a lot of the Overwatch. Oh well, that's my fault. Didn't matter anymore. I scored 1 point. I have 8 points, and he has probably about 8 or 9. On to Guard or Steel Legion, turn 4. End of Steel Legion, turn 4. We just did a whole turn recap here. So he scored Assassinate for killing my big mech. He did the fixed bayonets, doing 3
fixed
wounds.
bayonets!
And then obviously he goes first, so he killed him, just barely 1 wound. I didn't pass a single one of my armor saves. Yeah.
Ghazghkull's tough.
Yeah,
Not
he
that
has
we
8
really
wounds.
needed
I did not know he had 8 wounds. So he had 4. He has 4 wounds left from everything shot at him. Obviously.
Pask, however,
Besides
still
over here,
see
killed some grots.
lumbering forwards.
And yeah, that's
So-
my turn. I will get defend objective 1, so give me 2 points. On to Orks turn 4.
Meanwhile,
End of Orks turn 4. Drew no prisoners and secure objective 1. Pretty good draws, pretty good pulls for me. Got no prisoners from shooting this little small guardsman squad. That was via the Ghazghkull, the shock attack gun, not that it did anything, and the run herd was actually the one that did it for me. Did 3 wounds in the assault phase. That's all I did right there. So it got me no prisoners, and I didn't want to charge Ghazghkull because I needed that for sure victory point. So I got 2 points at least. I had 12 points. I'm up by 3, but I literally had 3 models left. So it's really going to depend.
Come down to the fact that I have to kill
He has to
Ghazghkull,
kill-
which is
yeah.
really, I guess, appropriate. The grudge match comes down to this.
It's going to come down to this, and I got to hope that the game ends. So let's hopefully that command point will come into play for me.
Is this turn 4 or 5 we're going
It's
to
turn 4. We're going into 5.
Going into 5.
Steel Legion turn 5. End of the game, I did end up getting tabled. Ghazghkull did at least tank a lot of shots. In the end, I was pretty proud that he lasted as long as he could.
I'm just
Oh yeah,
it's just a victory dance.
he's dead. By the way, it was a fun game overall. I think
Brutal.
in the end, Wyverns and all your artillery really made a huge difference in the Manticore.
Only because Yarrick was there.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than getting seized on sucks, especially when you're Orks and you expect to go first. You didn't even use the command point too for it.
Oh well.
By the way, I did score quite a bit of amount of points. It seems.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
You
4, 5,
actually,
6, 7,
if
8.
Ghazghkull had not died,
Yeah, if he not died.
you would have won.
That depends on whether the game went on, but yes,
True,
that is true.
true.
And we also forgot something. This is just something to keep in note, is that after round 3, every stratagem you use is actually double. So
In
we
this
would have been
particular
out in this particular mission. So after round 3, we would have definitely ran out of command points. Something to keep in mind, but we did forget it until this turn. So
Well, we
it
forgot
happens.
it. And, you know.
Yeah, we remembered it this turn. So, or I reread the mission itself. So, by the way, good game. GG. And at least I had a chance in that game. Yeah.
It was good.
I think it might have been different if I didn't get seized on.
Hopefully it
I
was
would have at
really
least
fun
killed
to
some
watch.
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping it was really fun to watch. It looks amazing. The battlefield looks amazing. The combatants on this battlefield look amazing. My opinion, anyway.
Yeah, this board is awesome.
I love it. I love
Sweet. Thanks for watching, guys.
it. Thanks for watching.